was handcuffed and placed in the back of a New York police officer cruiser. So we got some very serious issues, very serious cases. But tonight, we really come to talk about what can you do.
I'm proud and privileged to be here. Again, I am from the Bronx, New York. I've been in Atlanta going on 3 years now. I'm happy to be in this community. I grew up in similar situations as most of us. I still get nervous. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I get nervous when them lights come on.
The interrogation portion of that means that the police will ask you questions that can potentially be used against you in a court of law, i.e. at trial. So if you don't have those two things together, you don't have custodial interrogation, and so you don't have the right to have your Miranda rights read to you.
Because I actually have a case in our firm right now where a client simply turned around and started walking away. He was tackled and knees placed on his back to the point where he was paralyzed. So it's...
You know, the guys who are standing here, and of course, we had the legal profession talk about, you know, how do you deal with certain things, but how do you deal with the emotions? Because I think like Davis Bozeman said, even as I was driving past here, two things stood out to me that I was driving down. First of all, when I drove past that penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it just made my heart beat fast. You know what I'm saying? I was like, my God, man, I sure don't want to be there. And the second thing was a cop got behind me because I went into the next lane. Now, I know I got every permit there is. Gun permit, carry permit, I got marriage license, I got every kind of license. You know, I got a license to do anything. But I was nervous. And I think, like TJ was saying, like we've seen in other cases, man, how do we control those emotions? Because immediately we go to the defensive.
Well, the position that we in out here now, we must understand that, you know, that there's a lot of people that don't understand where we come from. They don't understand our culture. They don't understand why we walk the way we walk, why we talk the way we talk. And their lack of an understanding could cause them to fear for their lives, or, you know, consider us as a threat, even when we are not attempting to be one. And I mean, as far as driving past the penitentiary, I mean, at least you have the luxury of only being on the outside of it. You know. I mean, man, you know, we gotta control our emotions just by not letting our thoughts overwhelm our heart.
Norm and have their own jurisdiction. Are we seeing less training for these officers, and are they just sending out these rogue cops who may not have the experience that you've had? Which, how long have you been in law enforcement?
27 years. First and foremost, I want to thank Brother Bozeman, as well as the panel of attorneys who are here. You know, I've heard a lot about law enforcement reform, but I'm more of a person that says that law enforcement needs to turn back to the rule of law, back to what the Constitution says. And everything that has been articulated here, I'm on tape, I'm on TV, I agree with it 100%, and I don't step back away from that. In terms of training, I'm a senior instructor, retired from the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, and I still lend my voice to training issues, of which I also teach on racial profiling. A lot of people say that they're training issues. We don't train racial profiling. Listen to me, listen to me. Our policies are 100% intact. They have been carefully researched. Attorneys agree with me or not, it's not training, it's not the policy, it's the...
The distinction becomes the outer garments, just your clothes. A Terry frisk, which is commonly what they call a pat down, is only for weapons. That's its intended purpose. That's what the law allows. So if the officer is just patting out the outermost garments of your clothes, around your waistband, they can't go in your pockets. Oftentimes you'll see them filling up on people's pockets and things like that. That is technically not a pat down. Then you start to lean toward a search. Now, if he goes in his pocket, or as we've had here in Atlanta, they start having you pull your pants down in public, strip searching you. Anytime that the officer takes his hand and starts digging into your pockets, digging into your waistband, as opposed to just feeling the outermost garments of your clothes, that becomes a search. And for a search, they need probable cause before an arrest, right? Because usually a search is done incident to arrest. That's the distinction.
On to Lettermore with Dryerbuzz. Buzz on News and Talk 1380 WAOK. Call us at 404-892-2703 on News and Talk 1380 WAOK. Is all about the buzz with Dryerbuzz on News and Talk 1380 WAOK.
Hey, what up, this Killer Mike telling you Dryerbuzz on WAOK. That's right, WAOK 1380, suckers.
On News and Talk 1380 WAOK.
Yo, my buzz. You know what you want, so just